How's it going, guys? So, what did I think of Chapter 5? Pretty solid episode overall. A very shocking moment towards the end with the possibility of maybe once again losing Penny, which would make me extremely sad. She would probably be one of the last candidates I would have as to kicking the bucket this volume, considering that we've already lost her one time, but still also could be a prime candidate in that regard. I mean, the emotional impact would be huge for a lot of people. Kind of got a little bit emotional for me when Penny was telling Pietro, I'm going to go outside. I have to do this. I know I'm your little girl. Gives him a kiss on the forehead. It was really beautiful. I like that a lot. Even though I don't feel like we've kind of connected with Pietro enough, I still feel like through Penny we can experience that emotional connection there, and I think it's done pretty well. I would have liked to have spent a little bit more time with Pietro in the previous volume and in this one. I know that oftentimes RWBY cannot do that because there's just like not enough space within it, but I do feel like that bond between father and daughter there, that is something that we should have the ability to experience a bit more, because Penny's an interesting character. She is the de facto Pinocchio character who is not real but wants to connect with what is real, and I think that there's nothing more real than a connection between a parent and their child. I'm also a parent. I have a daughter, and the last thing that I would want is to obviously lose her or anything happen to her. So that's why that all kind of is a bit emotional for me. I think the battle between Penny and Cinder was actually quite okay. I was half hoping we would go into a bit of a Dragon Ball homage as they were starting to fly around with auras around them and stuff like that, and getting big beams of energy and stuff like that. I think that would have been a nice little touch, but of course, obviously, we don't need to go overboard for overboard's sake, right? But I did think that there was a nice little juxtaposition there where you have, on the one hand, you have Penny with her multi-swords, on the other hand, you have Cinder with her multi-swords, and they're having this multi-sword battle. I think there was a little bit more they could have probably done with that, but then at the other hand, there were just some things that they needed to unpack as well, so maybe they didn't have enough space for it. I think I would have appreciated maybe a bit of a more extravagant battle over there, but fine. It wasn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. It kind of left me hoping for a bit more. But I think for me, the fight highlight was mainly Maria Calavera versus Neo. Seeing Maria fight for the first time in her older age, I thought that was pretty fun to see, with her cheeky little one-handed, I'm just gonna toy around with you kind of deal, and using her little skull scythe there. That was really fun to watch, and it's fun to see Neo sometimes in that, where she's like, usually in fights, she's the calm, collected, I'm the one toying around with you, but then you get this little old spunky lady who's just, doing that in return. I thought it was overall one of the best parts of the episode, seeing that. But of course, getting clocked in the head from a sucker punch, that wasn't ideal. But yeah, she got distracted. Yeah, she's old. It happens, I guess. Like, the broadcast was a very nice way to, on the one hand, start projecting that this is happening, but on the other hand, we could also get to see all of the faces that we haven't seen in a while, including Zwei and Tai, which was great to see. And I actually commented that in my reaction that, we're only seeing Zwei in this still image in the intro these days, but we got to see a little bit more of the cute little dog that we all love. So I'm wondering if this kind of means that we're going to get a bit of a rallying cry going on, where everybody is just gonna kind of band together to meet up at Atlas and take on Salem. I think that would be really cool to see, like, this really big battle erupt in the middle of this snowy region. I think there's a lot of potential for some epic scenes and epic moments. We're not even halfway through the volume yet, so there's a lot of possibilities that we're gonna be seeing a lot bigger battles erupt from here on out. Now, also, we've got, I think the whole thing with Arthur, that played out very, very nicely, and we're starting to kind of see some glimpses of doubt from Ironwood as well, because on the one hand, like, I don't know, Ironwood is a little bit in this kind of situation where he's kind of seeing that he's been expecting to have his cake and to eat it too, that he can get the thing that he wants done, but also nobody from the people that he cares about is going to get hurt, which obviously you can't have it all. And that's something that I think is going to have to hit him sooner or later. And it is going to have to be that point where he will have to start really reconsidering what he's doing. The fact that he carelessly threw his scroll at Arthur and in anger just clearly shows that he's not completely thinking straight. This isn't really the collected, strategic, very well calculated Ironwood anymore. He is lashing out. He is going all out. He's making firm decisions without completely considering the consequences. And that's just not going to be a good thing for anybody, and neither, especially him, because now Arthur has a piece of tech that he shouldn't have, and he is really good at using tech, as we obviously saw with Penny and with other things that he has done in Atlas. So this kind of means that he is going to eventually escape, or he's going to use that tech to bring Salem in, or even worse, he's going to find a way to get to go and get the staff, which I think is probably going to be his end game. Because what I noticed, and I didn't think about that while I was watching the reaction, but now I'm kind of thinking he is very casually telling Ironwood that, don't worry, Penny's probably rebooting or something. He's just kind of brushing it all off, which it feels on the one hand like a bit of an attempt to kind of deflect Ironwood from bothering with her or something, but it also kind of feels that he is trying to he is probably going to make use of whatever he's done to Penny right now, so that he can maybe get her to go and get the staff for him, so he can victoriously return to Salem and present the staff and be like, hey, I'm the big man here right now. I'm the one who got things done for you, Your Majesty. Because that's where I'm kind of feeling things are going right now. I had that little chip with the W on it. I thought that was a really nice little touch that he had something like that. And it's kind of weird how Ironwood has just let him use his own tech for that, and that again kind of signifies how Ironwood is really not thinking straight about anything right now. So it probably feels to me like he has done more than just disrupt Penny. He has probably injected her system with some other programming, which might be what leads him to getting the staff towards the end of the volume or whenever. Well, now we've got this River of Grim. I think it's I think that is like proper scary to have like this slow moving river heading towards your city filled with these creatures that can completely gobble you up and obliterate you. That is proper nightmare fuel. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how all of this kind of plays out, because right now we have all the huntsmen and huntresses there. Everybody's just kind of like, going off and doing their own thing in their own separate teams, so they're not completely united. So I do fully expect that we're going to see some kind of fall of the kingdom here, which might also have to be like the big turning point that Ironwood has. So this is my take on Chapter 5 of Volume 8, titled Amity. Overall, it was a pretty good episode. So far, I'm feeling the show has really solid episodes across the board. We're getting a healthy mix of nice stuff going on. So far, yeah, it's been a good volume thus far. Hopefully we can carry on this way. So anyway, guys, what did you think of the episode? Do you agree with me? Do you think that Watts is playing the long game here, where he's going to be taking the staff somehow by using Penny in a certain way? Do you agree that there's going to be some kind of big fall of the kingdom here because of the River of Grim? Whatever it is, leave it in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, leave it a like and subscribe to the channel, because it helps a lot. And I'm going to catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.